I already know who we're fighting, so getting into the first free battle here, let's quickly go over the deck. Very interesting one. Some figures I personally would not recommend using in here. So first we got this UI Goku who is fallen really out of favor. Despite how hard he hits, he goes in the upper right. Doesn't have enough speed to be a decent enough speedy unit even with all dupes, entirely into it. You're really going to want anywhere from 3,500 to 4,000 speed nowadays due to power creep. But besides that, 2 in attack, 8 in speed, attack up ODU, speed up ODU, and speed up Master level 60. Personally, I think you'd be better off using the Godku, the speedier one. I mean, you can even use the harder hitting one into mentality and the speed. And, well, he has less base speed to work with. I'm aware, but still, he's a lot more useful to the team. Because he's buffing himself and all allies on the field. He's a very great unit, and he's buffing himself by 5% each and every turn. That's repeatable. He's such a good unit. Anyway, that aside. Interestingly, the speed version of this Frieza was recommended. So that should, help to an extent with the lack of speed that units like this UI Goku have. Ultimate's new attack with attack up ODU, speed up ODU, and speed up master level 60. Next we got Evolution Vegeta. Kind of a frail unit. Okay speed. Below what I would recommend. Attack up ODU, speed up ODU, and speed down ODU. Keep in mind that speed is only because it's all dupes are in speed, of course. And then next we have a UR unit, who I think is not terrible, but is somewhat slept on. It's the GT Super Saiyan 3 Goku, unit 624 with 6 into attack, 4 in speed. Attack up ODU, speed up ODU, and speed down ODU. I don't get the inclusion of this. I think you're better off using Ultimate Gauge down every turn, which I'm noticing is completely absent from this deck. And I get that the Final Form Frieza is here, but still, that's really risky, in my opinion. I would at least recommend, 1 or 2 to be on the safe side on a speedy team, but that's just me. But I'm with the talk, because I use that Frieza in my, slower deck. And he's like the only means of ultimate gauge down for the enemy. But it's by a really large percentage when he's going second, so that's the reasoning for that. Because I can get away with it. With that Frieza. But anyway, EX17, Android 21, I don't get the inclusion of this one. I get it on paper. Her stats aren't, completely terrible. I still personally would use the UR version of her, though. I don't really bother with EX units. I mean, you should all know me by now. I really don't touch anything that isn't a UR for the most part. With max investment into attack up ODU, speed up ODU, and speed down ODU. Let's get into our first fight here with Cell Jr. Now, unfortunately, our first couple of opponents are going to be boring as hell. It's the Cell Jr., and then we have Blue Ku and Ribrianne, and then Yamato. Anyway, this is what was recommended to me for the setup. Wait, where does she go again? Hold on. That turn only, that turn only. Frieza on the right column. Need to go to Central. Okay. I guess we're doing this. Should hopefully outspeed, no problem, given the Frieza especially. And Soaring Fist. Oh, impressive damage, actually. He's actually doing quite a bit. think we just outright end this, this fight right here with Frieza. Damn. Alright, shut me up from before. As long as you have the right units to help the UI Goku outspeed, even with his own lack of speed, you ought to be fine for the most part, unless your opponent has like a Vidal and a bit more faster and hard-hitting units. Then you'd be in trouble. But next we have Blueku, and this is going to be a pain in the ass. It might be a slower fight. We'll have to see. And unfortunately, I'm expecting to at least lose UI Goku here. For a couple of reasons. One, he's frail as hell. Two, there's Whis. And three, Vegito. Great, and Whis got put down the first turn. So Goku is absolutely not going to one-shot this Trunks, I don't think anyway. Sorry, I'm a bit exhausted. Got off work not too long ago. Attempted to do a, 2 players co-op Insurance Revenge a little while ago with Smokey. We're trying to do it with all red switches and old school supers on 6-player difficulty and without dying. It's really freaking difficult to do, especially with explosions constantly screwing us both over in levels like, 10. And I want to say 13, yeah, 10 and 13 can both suck a deck. I freaking hate those stages in co-op. And down goes Goku as I expected. It really didn't do a whole lot for Trunks. And I absolutely have no option but to block now for the most part. Yeah, that really sucks. Because I think that Goku is like my only other unit that has opposing skill on the left, and it's like the forward one. So we're kind of screwed in this free battle, I think. You know, I'm actually going to put down Vegeta. Because I'm more worried about taking care of the Vegito. Only problem is Vados is severely weakening the hell out of us. But thankfully, UI Goku and Frieza look to be doing just enough to deal with Vegito here. So we can still turn this fight around. And Sap. I still don't get why we don't have that move for our characters, along with a few others. Only specific characters get to use them, and that bugs me. I don't think Vegeta dies here. He's not that frail. So much it doesn't hit that hard. Never mind. That seriously blows. I think now is where we start seriously winning at the least. Because their biggest threat is Trunks, and Zamasu still doesn't hit that hard, and, well... Now I'm about to ult with 21, so that should also really help. The only thing is she could get blown back now by the Trunks, so hopefully that doesn't happen. And zap. I really don't need this, but alright. I think Trunks lives this. 21 just got on the field. Oh, never mind. Very good. And Vado slips on 20 health, of course. Bit of a closer match than I would have liked, but still at least came out on top, no problem. And that is game. Overkill by UI Goku, love to see it. I hate this free battle. This one is a very big roadblock for a lot of players, unfortunately. And next we got the fat bitch that nobody likes. There she is, you pain in the ass. Good. Alright. Let's see. Jiren I'm somewhat afraid of. These two, not really. Maybe the Goku. Maybe the Kefla. Let's see there. Damn it, they're kind of spread out. I'm gonna have to just focus on one side and hope for the best. Well, that's good at least. We can get rid of one of the big threats I was concerned about. Kefla. And pop. Very nice one shot. Oh wow, that actually did a lot more damage than I thought it would. Very impressive damage for this unit. He's not even fully duped into attack either. That was actually really decent. That's what I was getting at earlier. He's kind of slept on. And his speed innately is already really good. I'm actually going to start blocking. I'm getting kind of worried here. Okay, I doubt I lose Frieza here. If anything, I think Goku's actually going to kill the Master. So it's a win-win for us, really. Likely another one-shot by Goku. Delicious. And zap. I didn't expect him to kill, but lucky counterattack. Damn, now Frieza absolutely dies. Assuming Goku doesn't end the fight right here, though. Oh shit, she's got mastered defense. And it did jack and shit. Very good. Let's see how this deck does against Gamma 2. I personally don't think it's going to do too well, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Frieza's definitely going to help, if anything, with the speed issue. Oh, right, he said for Gamma 2, put Frieza, Vegeta, and Goku. So, I will do that. I think we actually outspeed due to the Frieza. Never mind. That's pretty bad. Yet. This is kind of what I was talking about earlier. Goku just doesn't have enough speed. I think we just get wiped here. Goku's too frail, so of course he dies. And then Frieza, of course. Yeah, I can already see where this is going. We'll give it one more shot. I'm gonna double check speeds on everyone really quick, too. Let's see, who's fastest out of the bunch? Alright, Frieza, yes. Goku, yes. I'm gonna have to try running these three if I want a chance at outspeeding. Well, that freaking sucks. We'll do this. Because Gamma 2 usually doesn't put down Gamma 1 first turn. See, even just then, I'm barely outspeeding. That's not great. No counter. Oh, well. Honestly, as long as I clear out Gamma 2's units, that's what's most important. This is going to hurt. I think this Vegeta ignores defense. Let's double check speed. So, 2390, 63rd. Jesus Christ, this Gamma's fast. Let's see, that's like, 9,390. Just 2390. I want to say it's over 11.5K. Well, I'm going to have to move everyone to the right now, pretty much, so I have to do this. To play it safe. You know, I could at least leave 21 out. Oh, damn, she lost speed. That's unfortunate. Yeah, this just really freaking blows, dude. You know, I'm gonna wait on the Yoi Goku, then. Let's do this. I'm that worried about the speed. Looks like I didn't have much to worry about. Ouchie. Frieza's dead. That sucks. Well, at the very least, we have UI Goku. So that won't do a whole lot. Then we outspeed, so... This guy ain't an old thing. First turn on the field, and he's like dealing that much. Seriously though, this UI Goku's really good. Just, you know, it takes a bit for him to really get going. But doing that much turn damage on turn 1, still, that's really good. And by get going, I mean it's speed. Really gotta have a good team built around him for that, and character skills to make up for it, because unfortunately he just lacks it. And that's one of the reasons why I wouldn't advise using this unit, despite how hard he hits. But that being said, final thoughts on the deck. Don't use this UI Goku. He hits really freaking hard, but his lack of speed really hurts the team, and himself for that matter. Real frail fuck. He goes in the upper right, which is, for a lot of people, especially reserved for units like the EX-16 and Vados. Don't forget Vados. She's like one of the mainstays in Hero Colosseum. She's just one of the best. It's indisputable. This Frieza, well, fine on paper, that's the thing. He's just kind of fine. You got, like, average attack and average speed. Well, not really average speed. His speed's really freaking good, actually. But his attack is lacking. His HP is lacking. Pretty much just like an average unit. You know, for those reasons. Outside of having a really good trigger square. And really freaking good speed. This Vegeta, he's kind of selfish. If you want to get the most out of him, especially when you're maxing him out with speed, you're pretty much going to be abusing him for EXP grinding in Hero Colosseum. Just slap on 01 units, pick the right free battle, and go to town. You're going to get a lot of Master EXP in doing that really fast. And coupons, too, if you can, you know, choose the right one and abuse this game's AI. Because these buffs that you're seeing, you don't get those permanently unless he's on the field by himself, so that kind of sucks. Goku, well, not terrible. Kind of slept on, actually. I'd say it's actually a really decent unit. And he's already got really great speed overall. You could even put all of his dupes into attack, and he'd be even better. He has kind of average health, and he is a frontliner, so that's something to keep in mind. So, it's both a blessing and a curse, putting this guy in a speed team, but he's not terrible. He will put it in work. In fact, I would say he's kind of underrated, like the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta unit that front lines. The one that has really good attack, which, you know, that one unfortunately lacks a bit in speed, but he's not bad. He's still really decent. This UR-21, I get what people are getting at when they want to use this thing. Here's my thing. If you're sapping your own ally's life, you know, to get these stats, that's not very good in my opinion. It's really risky even. So, for that reason, I don't recommend it. The stat gains that she gets are ridiculous, though. And it just really sucks that she's sapping her allies, you know, get these stats. And you can make them even better, obviously, with the right character skills and the right team. And still, I personally wouldn't bother. The UR can just do a whole lot more. She's getting permanent, you know, plus 500 to both speed and attack each turn. Kind of like the Blue Evo, and she steals opponent character skills, so she's really broken. And she covers the entire front of the board. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll get some shut-eye, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.